Yo, what is good everyone? So in today's video we're going to be going over a workout I recently had. This is a hypertrophy focused workout, which simply means that we're focusing on building muscle. And if you want to try this workout out, feel free to do so, but yeah, this is very specific towards my body, my goals, where I'm at in my training age. So I wouldn't necessarily recommend it, but definitely try these exercises out though, because yeah, they are amazing. So the first exercise we're starting off with is low incline dumbbell press. If I could only choose one chest exercise to do for the rest of my life, I don't actually think it would be the barbell bench press, just because I'm not a powerlifter. It would be this one because I think it's a bit better, not a lot better, but just slightly better in terms of building the pecs. So the bench has a 15-degree incline, which allows your chest to be hit more evenly. So yeah, we're focusing a bit more on the upper chest than the flat. Not a lot though, but it's not so much incline that we are focusing on the front delts, the shoulders as well, because yeah, that's not what we're trying to do when we're bench pressing. And it's very common for bodybuilders to overdevelop the front head of the shoulder just because of all the pressing movements they do. And on this exercise I'm actually using linear periodization, which is just a fancy way of saying that I'm lowering the reps throughout the weeks and I'm upping the weights throughout the week. So yeah, my strength isn't still where it was at before quarantine, but I'm slowly getting back up. So yeah, I can't wait to dumbbell bench press 40 kilos probably at the end of this bulk, which is going to be a while until though. So now we just got done with the chest exercise for today, but now we're going over to the lat pull down, and I'm doing a variation. And by the way, if you haven't tried this, I'm serious, I don't care if you're on a program, just try this when you get the opportunity, because this is amazing. So it's basically a regular lat pull down, but instead of gripping the bar as you would normally do, you attach two D handles and you hold it that way. It's going to allow your wrist and elbow to move more naturally throughout the range of motion, to allow your back to be better trained. So when you're up, you're going to pronate your hands a bit just to fully stretch the back. And when you're getting to the contraction part of this exercise, you're going to supinate a bit so that you get a better contraction on the lats. So yeah, if you haven't tried this out, please try it and thank me later. I feel like most people who train for size do the lat pull down, and yeah, this goes for the pull-ups as well, but make sure that you use full range of motion, okay? I see a lot of people not fully stretching the back muscles when doing the lat pull down, and it's very important to do that. A lot of studies have shown that that's superior as well when it comes to building muscle. So yeah, leave the ego at the door, still focus on progressive overload, still try to push heavy weights, but you should do it with proper form. So now we're moving over to the next exercise, but make sure to try this variation and let me know what you think of it, especially because yeah, my gym doesn't have a lot of fancy back machines, so this is just a great way to train your back better because of you allowing your wrist to move naturally. So yeah, moving on to the next exercise is going to be the shoulder press, more specifically the dumbbell seated shoulder press. And I see a lot of people arching their upper back a shit ton, essentially turning the movement to an incline dumbbell press, which is not what we want, because we're doing this exercise to focus on the middle head of the shoulder, not to focus on the upper chest and the front head of the shoulder. So just try to be aware of that. Yes, you can probably push a lot more weight when leaning a bit so that you can allow your upper chest to help with the movement, but you're not going to be training your middle delts anymore, which is what we're trying to do with this exercise. And when it comes to how we execute the movement, it's the same as most movements. We should control the weights on the way down, not go too slow, but control it, fight a bit against gravity, and we're going to be explosive, at least as explosive as we can on the way up, and utilize full range of motion, but not to the extent of your joints feeling awkward or hurting. And here's just a random clip of me just checking out the pump. I'm human, okay, let me do it. And now the second back exercise, it's the unilateral seated chest supported machine row. That's a long name, but yeah, to be specific, that's what it's called. And when it comes to bodybuilding, it's so crucial to have some sort of chest supported rows in your programs, just because, yeah, let's say a barbell row. A barbell row is great and all, it targets your back a shit ton, it's good, but it also gives your body a shit ton of fatigue, so you can't do as much because you need to recover more from it. But when doing a chest supported row, there isn't any stretch on the lower back at all or the posterior chain, so yeah, you can recover a lot quicker from this, essentially allowing you to do more. So for bodybuilding, this is a great exercise, and we're doing it unilaterally as well, training one arm at a time, and that's because to allow your back to get a deeper stretch and a deeper contraction, you have to let your body twist, which is not possible when you're training both sides at a time. So yeah, if you have this at your gym, definitely utilize it, but if not, it's okay. There's a lot of other great exercises. Probably my favorite exercise for the back is unilateral cable row, and pretty much every gym has a cable row, so yeah, try it out. And then we're moving over to the first isolation exercise. This is just a regular row tricep pushdown, going to train your triceps, your short head, which is that horseshoe shit. So yeah, looks pretty sick, doesn't fatigue your body at all to do this, pretty good on the elbows as well. So not a lot to say about this exercise, we've all probably done it before. Moving on to the next exercise is my favorite for the biceps, and it's the one that I will definitely say has grown my biceps the most, and that is the incline dumbbell curl. It's an amazing exercise. Not only does it give your biceps a deeper stretch because you're having your arms behind your body, but also it's hard to cheat when seating in an incline position. So yeah, if you haven't tried this one out, try it, okay, it's amazing. And make sure that you do full range of motion, because every time I gotten a friend to do it, they've done more weights than they should have, just because yeah, you can't do this exercise with a lot of weight, and that kind of messes with their ego, so they just end up half repping it with more weights than they should. So yeah, leave the ego at the door. And the last exercise for today's workout is going to be the reverse dumbbell fly. This is training your rear delts, and it's essentially what the name implies. It's a reverse fly. So instead of laying on your back and doing a fly, you're laying on your torso and doing a reverse fly. One tip for this exercise to make sure that you're focusing on the rear delts and not the traps is to just make sure that you're not shrugging your traps when you're doing the exercise. That's very easy, especially when you've done a lot of reps. When you're on like your 15th, 20th rep, it's very easy to just try to swing the weights and use the traps, but try to keep it strict. We want to build muscle, okay? We don't want to swing shit. I don't know why that's funny, but yeah, that's the workout. Let's continue to the next shot. I want to say something pretty funny. So today I've had two pretty special encounters. So the first special encounter, by the way, I was at work. So I work as a cashier at a grocery store. Pretty boring, but you know, gotta get that dough. Yeah. So I was working at the grocery store and I have a pretty oversized t-shirt on, so it didn't make me too sad. But one guy, I started talking with a fellow employee, and he was kind of like, or he was being nice, but he was roasting me because yeah, we talked about training and stuff. He was a very noob to training. He has only been training for a few weeks, and asked me a few questions, and he asked how long I've been working out for. I said 5 years, and yeah, he was like, oh, do you work out hard? And I was like, yeah, what do you mean by that? I didn't say what do you mean by that, but that was kind of like a weird question. And then he proceeded to ask if I worked out many days, so I kind of see where he was going. So I was like, yeah, like 4 or 5 days average, but yeah, been fluctuating throughout the years. And then he was kind of like surprised because that's a good amount, so he was like, he said it pretty straightforward. So that's the sad part about it. He was just like, why aren't you big? He literally said that, and he didn't even try to be mean. He was just like genuinely wondering about it. That's why it hurts my soul even more, because yeah, he wasn't trying to be mean at all. He's a pretty nice dude, but he was mean. But yeah, I was like, you know, I had anorexia. I started from the lowest point, and I've also been training a bit wrong in the beginning. So yeah, that's the main reasons. And yeah, that's pretty funny, but I'm not gonna lie, kind of hit my self-esteem. But the reason why I'm telling you this in the first place is because later today I had a encounter basically about the exact opposite. So it was two dudes in the gym that asked if I was on steroids, or they said to me at least that yesterday they talked to each other about me if I'm on steroids or not. So that's just hilarious because yeah, literally on the same day I have someone roasting me thinking that my physique looks shit for the amount of time I've been training, and later that day some dudes thought the complete opposite, that I probably couldn't even achieve this natural, so I had to be on steroids. So basically what I'm trying to say with this talk right here is that people, they don't know a lot. So that's just pretty hilarious if you ask me, and that just goes to show that you shouldn't take someone's comment on the internet or even in real life too seriously, because yeah, I literally had the complete opposite in the same day. So yeah, what I'm trying to say is that you should educate yourself and not listen to what everybody says, because yeah, I've literally had this happen on Instagram as well. Someone has commented like, yo, your physique looks shit, and then a few hours later someone has been like, man, are you on steroids, you look amazing. So yeah, just goes to show that people are stubborn, everyone thinks they're right, so it's important to be open-minded and be educated. I mean, a lot of people think they're educated, but not a lot of people are open-minded. They stick to the same way of thinking for a long ass time, and I'm trying to break that pattern, and we all should. So yeah, recommend for you and also to me to get more open-minded and see things from more perspectives and get more knowledge. So yeah, I just wanted to end this video off with a quite funny story, because yeah, just thinking about it, I just think it's hilarious. So let me know what you think in the comment section below. But yeah, I hope you're going to continue having an amazing day, and remember that you can't always choose your situation in life, but you can always choose your thoughts about them. Think about that one. But yeah, if you liked the video, like the video, and if you didn't like the video, dislike it and tell me what I can improve on in the comment section below. My name is Magnus, Bulkan. I hope you have an amazing day. For the second time, peace.